So this is the second video on this shipping container sawmill shed that I'm building. The whole idea is to use the container for storage, and then I'm building a lean-to structure out here to get my sawmill out of the weather. In the first video, I got this area ready and then poured these concrete piers for the container to set on, so I have somewhat of a foundation. Next, I'm gonna put some steel columns on these piers out here. Then I have a 20-foot header beam to connect them. I have to cut some joists, wood joists on my sawmill for the roof structure, and then start tying it all together. So I'm hoping that header beam is going to be strong enough. It's only a 4-inch tall beam, but I went with it because I was worried about headroom. The shipping container is only 8 foot tall, so with a little bit of roof slope coming down here, I'm like 7'4" to the bottom of that header beam. So I didn't want a big fat beam taking up headroom for loading logs and just the sawmill itself. But I think it'll be okay. I am going to add some 90-degree kickers in the corner to stiffen it up. And then when I was drilling these piers, when I was augering them, I kept hitting stuff in the ground, so they wandered a little bit off my center. This one's not bad, but this one's off quite a bit. So I had to put the anchor plate to the outside like that, opposite of that other one, to get it in most of the meat of that pier. But it's not ideal, but I think it'll be okay. And then I'm short one anchor too I gotta get. Now I got these channels I'm gonna tie into the container. I'm gonna weld those in, I'm gonna tack that beam in, and then start working on the joists. cut out a bunch of these little brackets out of some square tube. I just took one side off, and my plan is to weld them, find the right pitch because it's going to be sloping down a little bit, find the right pitch and weld them right to the box like this. There'll be a little bit of gap there, but I'll be able to fill it. It's not that much of a slope. And I am going to be pretty much matching the top of the container, so they'll be like right here. They'll be matching the top of that corner. I have seen a lot of people just put them on top of the box like this, and I could have done that, but I think it looks goofy and I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to match the height, so that's what I came up with. And then down here I'll be welding like a vertical plate to screw the joist to. fits in there nice, kind of like I planned it to. So this is going to be a lot better. I'm glad I can get this out of the rain and the sun. And for cutting in the sun, there was a good 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon. If it's sunny out, when the sun's between those trees, I couldn't do anything out here. It's way too hot. There's a few more things I have to do, mostly back here against the shipping container. There's a gap still. I got to figure out what I'm going to do to close that to keep a little bit of water from running down. And then probably some trim on the sides out here. I did originally think about enclosing this, putting 2 walls on it, and then 2 big 10-foot barn doors out here. That's mainly why I went with steel columns to weld some big hinges on. But I'm gonna have to run it for a little while. I'm not sure if I want to enclose it. There's gonna be a lot of noise and dust, and I think I'm gonna want airflow, especially in the summer. But it would be nice to kind of enclose it for the winter to keep the snow out. So let me know if any of you have experience running a sawmill kind of indoors like this would be, or if you prefer it kind of open. So I'm gonna have to test it out. Anyways, thanks for watching.